Hey guys, it's Sarah. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to another Sims 4 speed build. So today we're back in San Sequoia and today we're building a rental house or a vacation home or a vacation house, I guess. And so I'm excited to share this one with you guys. This is a 30 by 20 lot and this is where the rental house was originally in San Sequoia. So I just decided to keep it because this lot is stunning. It would make a really good rental house lot, I feel like, because the view from this house is so pretty. So behind this house is the water, the bay, I guess it is. And you can also see the bridge that I think is inspired by the Golden Gate Bridge because that's what it looks like to me, but I'm not 100% sure about that. But it's so pretty. There are certain times of the day, I guess it depends on the weather as well, but there's certain points in the day where the water has this really misty look about it. And there's kind of this fog coming off of it, and it just looks so pretty to me. I feel like this is one of the prettiest lots I've built on so far in San Sequoia. Let me know what you guys think. What's your favorite lot so far in the new world? If you have the new pack, if you've been playing with it, let me know because I'm curious. But so far, I think this is one of my favorite lots. Also, I noticed when I was playtesting at night, you can kind of see the little cars going over the bridge. You can see their little headlights glowing, and it is just so cute. I just think it's a really pretty lot, and so I'm kind of in love with this build just for that purpose. So I hope you guys do enjoy this as well. But I will go on and put the picture that inspired this build up on the screen where you guys can kind of see what I was going for. And as usual, it came from Pinterest, of course. But yeah, I really enjoyed building this. I had a lot of trouble with the shell of the house though, because at first I was going to do a one-story house because that would have made placing the windows so much easier. But of course I decided to change that later, and then I had to place the windows the hard way. But that's okay. I started thinking about it and I thought, with a rental house, would you really just have one story? You know what I mean? Because I guess you would. I mean, there's rental houses of all shapes and sizes and everything, but at the same time I was thinking I'm only going to be able to get a few bedrooms in here if I only do one story. And so that's pretty much why I added the extra space, was just so that I could add some more bedrooms. And this ended up having 4 bedrooms total, 2 bathrooms, so it's a pretty good sized house, I feel like, anyway, especially for a 30 by 20 lot. I'm not sure if I've said that so far, but this is a 30 by 20 lot, so it's pretty small. But yeah, I had mentioned in one of my other videos, I don't remember which one, but I had mentioned that I kind of wanted to build on all the lots in San Sequoia, so I've kind of been stuck here for a while, but I do build in other places. If you guys are new to the channel, I do usually build other places, but right now I'm just really enjoying building in the new world and kind of getting to know the lots and everything. And when I came into this world to build this house, I had kind of spanned back with the camera and I was looking around at everything. And I saw 2 of my little builds. So this is one of the neighborhoods that I'm nearly done with. After this house, I only have one more lot and then I'll be finished with this neighborhood. And I'm so excited for that. And I think also it's the Hopewell Hills neighborhood. I only have the Michelson's house left, and then I'll be finished with that one as well. But when I started building this one and I had the camera kind of pulled back and was looking at the neighborhood as an overview, and I saw my 2 little builds, my library and the townhomes also is in this neighborhood, it was just kind of exciting. I've never done that. I've never actually built a whole neighborhood so far in The Sims. With all the speed builds that I've done, I've kind of just scattered them all over different places. And a lot of times I also start building on the same lot, you know, more than once. And so I've never actually completed a neighborhood before. Originally, when I first started the channel, I was going to do Newcrest, and then I did not finish that. I think I did 2 builds maybe that whole series, and those videos aren't even on the channel anymore. But yeah, I've never done that before, so I'm excited. And so I only have one more build in this neighborhood, and then we'll have a completed neighborhood of my builds. And of course, the builds that were originally in this world were beautiful. Like, I don't have anything against it. I think you guys know that. I've seen a lot of people say like, oh, I don't want to bulldoze those houses. I mean, I don't either, but like, you can always create a new save file and have those houses as well. And so, you know, as a builder, I just feel like sometimes you have to bulldoze the lots. But I just want to put that out there, that I, of course, think all the lots that were in this world were absolutely beautiful. There's nothing wrong with them at all. I just enjoy building. But anyway, back to that last lot. So I have one more 30 by 20 lot to finish this neighborhood, which I had also said that I was going to rebuild the Robles house, but I'm not going to do that right now. But I have one more house, and I was thinking about, and this is going to sound weird, and I'm not even sure if you guys are going to know who I'm talking about, but I was thinking about trying to build Flint Lockwood's house. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, so it's a kids movie. It's like Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. If you have kids or if you have kids in your family or something, you may have seen it. So hopefully somebody knows what I'm talking about. But I was thinking about building Flint Lockwood's house, but I have to look up a picture of it because I don't even remember what it looks like. But I was thinking about that because the description of this neighborhood is that it used to be a big fishing port and canning industry area of the city. And so I just thought that would be funny because I really don't know what to build on that last lot. So if you guys have any ideas, let me know because I don't have any ideas. I was thinking about building something a little bit more colorful because this house and the library are very neutral and they're not super colorful. The townhomes are really colorful, but I may end up building another house there later on, so I don't know about that. But anyway, that's all beside the point. Back to this house. So we pretty much have the shell of the house done, and I think we're about to start landscaping. And also, this house was on a foundation, so that's not a platform that you can see. Well, there is one platform over by the door, but the two sides of this house, that's not a platform, that's a foundation. And I was not aware that Sims could climb a foundation. Even if it was on the lowest level, I didn't know that Sims could climb up a foundation. I thought you had to place stairs. So I had placed these two little stairs. You can see them on the sides of the building because I didn't want it to be super noticeable. But I had placed a chair on one of those areas, and so I wanted your Sims to be able to get up there to it. And anyway, when I was playtesting this build, apparently they can go up that foundation now without stairs, so I deleted those as I was playtesting it because they didn't use the stairs. They just climbed up the foundation, and I didn't know that. That's new to me. I didn't know that they could do that. But the landscaping for this build is pretty simple. You guys have pretty much seen the most of it already, so I ended up just kind of making these flower bed looking things. And then I used, I don't know what you call that one, like little grassy landscaping item. But then I used the little yellow flowers that came with the debug section of Growing Together. They were in the debug section, I think. And I think I've said this before, but my one complaint about those flowers is that there's only one swatch. You can only use the yellow swatch, which is fine for this house. I think it looks really good. And it kind of matches the inspiration picture as well. But I wish they had more swatches because those flowers are absolutely gorgeous in my opinion. I love them, but they only come in yellow so far. So maybe that's something that'll change at some point. I don't know. But that's pretty much the landscaping of the house. There's nothing super special about it. We have the little carport area, which I think was cute. And then I put a fence all around the backyard because I figure with a rental house, you wouldn't want someone just walking up into it and everything. And this is kind of like a city area too. This little world, this little neighborhood is kind of like a city part of the neighborhood and stuff. So I would imagine you have a lot of people walking around. Actually, I would imagine that, but when I was playtesting it, I couldn't hardly find anyone. I think all I ever saw was Nancy Landgrab going for a run. So I don't know. But the little area across from the house looks like it would attract a lot of townies and NPCs and stuff because there's like a little piano out in the middle of the street. And so you would think there would be more people showing up. But anyway, on the day that I was playtesting, there wasn't a lot going on. But now we're on to the backyard, which is pretty much the same landscaping, but I did put a pool back here, and I think this just looks like a really fun backyard. I hope you guys enjoy it as well, but I have said this before as well, I think in one of my videos, that I never really know what to do with yard areas if they're really big because I kind of don't know what to put back there besides like an outdoor dining area, which is what we're working on right now. But I did include the little pool area, and then I'm going to put some kids' play equipment too, just a swing and this little slide. So it's nothing too big, but it filled up the backyard, and I kind of like the way it turned out. I also have a chess table back there as well, and I include the little telescope and stuff, and so I think it turned out pretty well. I feel like it looks like a nice little backyard if you were looking to rent a house. I think you could chill out back there and have a good time. And I did playtest this build. I know I've already mentioned that. And I fixed anything that wasn't working, and I don't think there was too many problems. I think this area right here, I had to delete a little light fixture that I had put, and I guess it's because of the platform. The Sims wouldn't walk in this door, and so I had to get rid of that light, but now it works totally fine. And so if you guys do want to get this off the gallery, it's totally functional. I actually have not uploaded any of my San Sequoia builds to the gallery lately. I am so behind on that, but I'm going to try to get that fixed maybe this week. I don't know. I've got a lot going on right now. I don't even know how many builds I'm going to have coming out in the next couple weeks. Well, maybe not the next couple weeks. Maybe it's just the next week. I don't know. I'm way behind on recording, and so I've kind of got to get ahead a little bit. So if you guys have anything that you want to see coming up, let me know in the comments, because right now I do not have a lot of builds already built. Actually, by a lot, I mean none. This is the only build that I have done right now, and then I have to build something else. So if you guys have anything you want to see on the channel, let me know. But I will try to get these houses uploaded soon. I just kind of get behind on it. I don't know why. That always takes me the longest time to get stuff uploaded to the gallery. And yeah, I'm way behind. I think this is the most behind on gallery uploads that I've ever been. But I will try to fix that soon. But for the interior on this first floor, we have our little entryway area over there. I also have this second entryway area because there was an entrance from the carport as well. And so I just went on and decorated this little entryway area also. And I grabbed some of those new suitcases, I think that are from the Growing Together pack. And they work as dressers, I believe. I think they're in the dresser category. But I kind of just scattered them around in that area, because I kind of wanted it to look like someone had come in and just dropped their stuff there. You know, maybe somebody had just arrived or whatever. Just trying to add a little bit of details to this house because I did keep the inside pretty generic. I didn't add a whole lot of personality or anything. I had to add a little bit of clutter. I couldn't not add some clutter, but I kept most of it to stuff that you would see in a rental property, like plants, you know, some artwork. And then for the kitchen, I did have like a coffee pot. Maybe there's a little bit of clutter in the kitchen that you wouldn't normally see in a rental property, but I tried to keep it at a minimum because I wanted this to look like a rental house, which of course, if you want to play with this as a residential house, you can change all that and just add whatever you want. You know, it doesn't matter. It doesn't bother me. Also, I will go on and mention, I actually lost all the footage of me decorating the kitchen. Well, not all of it. You guys saw just like a smidgen of it. But I lost most of the footage of me decorating the kitchen and the dining area because the power went off. And yeah, my computer went off with it, and so I lost that footage because I couldn't get it to work after that. And thankfully at that point I had only built the living room and the kitchen like since I had saved, because I had actually taken a break. I'm terrible about saving the game while I'm playing or building because I always forget about that. This is the first time that's ever actually happened to me though. I've seen people on Twitter and stuff say like, you know, remember to save your game. And I know it's a possibility, but it's never happened before. And so, yeah, I had to go back and rebuild the living room and the kitchen. So they may look a little bit different in the end. I tried to get it as close as possible, but I didn't have the footage anymore, so I wasn't 100% sure. But thankfully, it was only 2 rooms. It could have been a lot worse. Usually, I always save right after I've done something really difficult. So sometimes on the interior, I don't save a whole lot. And so it got me this time. So this is a friendly reminder if you guys are playing right now to save your game, just in case. But yeah, that's the first time that's ever happened to me, but I did lose that footage. But you can kind of see it as we move around. It's really not a lot to it. I ended up having the kitchen area, like the counter area, back up against that window. And then I added in a little island as well because I didn't have a lot of counter space. And then on the other wall, which is like the other wall beside this bedroom that we're working on right now, is the dining table, and it's a pretty long dining table, and so it's good for a family. I didn't include a high chair. I didn't think about that. I don't think I think about the high chairs a lot. And as I was building this, I was actually watching someone else's speed build, and they were talking about the high chairs, and I thought, oh, actually, I wasn't building this. I was playtesting it, so it was too late at that point, and so I didn't go back and do that. I don't usually use the high chairs. I guess now that they've kind of fixed it, it wouldn't be too bad to use them. But back when I was playing and they were still like really broken, I just didn't ever use them. I just would drag the plate of food to the ground, you know, for my toddler out of the refrigerator. I would just drag it onto the ground and let them get it from there, if that makes sense. But maybe now that they're working, that's better. Also, I will mention that bedroom we just decorated. The fireplace in that bedroom, I had to get rid of that because I could not make it work when I was playtesting. I have no idea why. It's very close to the bed, so originally I had sized it down. But I still think it should work. And then when I was playtesting, it wouldn't work. The bed works fine. Everything else works fine. But the fireplace wouldn't work. And so I ended up trying to size it back up. And I deleted like the clutter that was on top of it, which wasn't even anything but a plant. But anyway, long story short, I could not get that to work. So I grabbed the little coffee table from City Living, I think, it's like a fireplace. It's not actually a fireplace. Your Sims can't get warm or anything like interacting with it like that. But it looks like a little fireplace, and they can turn on candles or something. And so I ended up just placing that there under the TV because I couldn't get the fireplace to work, and I don't really know why. But anyway, up on the second floor, I have this little kind of game area, I guess, because I didn't really know what else to do with it because it was kind of a community area, and we already have a living room and stuff. So I just added another TV and some games. And then the 2 bedrooms that are up here one of them is built for an infant and a toddler, I guess. and which you can change any of this if you want to, but I just wanted you to have options. So this one is for a toddler and an infant, and it has everything you need. The only thing I couldn't play test was a little diaper trash can because I didn't have an infant in the family at that point, so I didn't check on that, but everything else was functional. But then the other bedroom is going to just have 2 bunk beds, so it could be for kids or teens or even adults if you wanted it to be. So there's options there. And there's also a computer up here on the second floor. I added a desk and a computer, and there's a second bathroom as well, which I didn't record the footage for that just because it's a bathroom. It's kind of boring. It's pretty much the same as the one that was on the first floor. And so yeah. But for this last bedroom, I do want to mention something about the desk, which I haven't gotten to yet because I ended up changing my mind. But I had placed this little craft table down, or whatever you would call it, like activity table. I'm not sure what it's called. But I had placed that down beside the bed. But I go back and I include a desk because I saw this thing on Pinterest and I thought it would be so cute to try. It was like, the one I saw on Pinterest was clouds and it had the sun behind it. But I grabbed this cloud shelf that we have, and it has some really nice swatches. I don't know if you guys have ever checked them out, but there's some really pretty ones on there with like mountains, and there's different ones. I can't even remember them all right now, but I used the mountain one, and I made it into a little desk, a little computer desk, and I think it's so cute, and it's totally functional. It works fine. I play tested it and checked it, and I love that. Like, please forgive me if for every kids room I ever do from now on, I do the desk that way because I just really love the way it looks. But anyway, this room is pretty simple, so that's pretty much it for the build. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching and hanging out with me. And if you feel like it, let me know what you think down below in the comments because I always love hearing from you guys. But that's it for today, and I hope you're all doing really, really well, and hopefully I'll talk to you soon with another speed build.